Don't screw it up.
No pressure.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to episode 7 of the DCUO Project Podcast. We are again on twitch.tv, backspace. Is that
Backslash.
Yeah,
Backslash.
Count Shoculus. Yeah,
Bad
hey,
shot.
okay,
Bad.
I got it. Thanks. I'm Count Chocula. We're joined again, as usual, by my co-host Glenn. We've got the contract killers. That is Jay, Kaiser, and Ninja. And we're not going to have Liam tonight. I guess he's sick. So, I don't know. Maybe too much DC Universe. And we're supposed to be joined by Crappy Heels, but I think he had to step away to get high or something. So, anyway.
Oh,
Nice.
Something like that.
Nice.
I don't know. So anyway, like I said, this is episode 7. And we are going to start off by talking about some of the new stuff that is coming out for Update 26. And we are going to continue talking about Origin Crisis DLC. What is it, DLC 7?
Yep.
Yeah, DLC 7.
DLC 7.
Origin Crisis.
So, Glenn, you were on the... I saw one of your videos on YouTube. You were on the PC test server this week a little bit. So, kind of tell us a little bit about what's going on with Update 26.
Alright, well, as you all know, like, the biggest thing to probably be coming is the Scrimmage PVP. Guys, are you, like, excited for that? I know you're, like, a, big PvPer like me.
Well, that's why he's doing his ice tank. That's why he switched to ice.
Yeah, my PvP character is a nice guy now.
Okay, well, I'm just asking if you're kind of excited for that.
It depends. I know the scrimmages don't give you loot, but do
Yeah.
they count towards
Feats, no.
like feats?
No,
Oh,
it's,
then,
it's
like-
strictly all just, like, if you're really, really bored one night and, like, you got a couple buddies on, and you're like, let's just, like, mess around in the city safe houses or something. It's really all it is.
Well, it's arranged, though. You can...
Yeah, you can have it like where it's a 2v2 city safe house graviton match.
Oh, that's cool.
Honestly,
the reason they gave it to him is because people have been wanting to do league versus league matches to prove which league's better.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much why they're
Yeah.
giving it out.
but
Yep.
I see it devolving real quick into nothing but 8v8 Batcave.
No, you can't do that.
Oh, why can't you do 8v8 Batcave? Just give them one
You,
little small room.
You can't.
And make
you
it
can't
free
go. You can't go beyond the max of a current map. So, like, if Inner Sanctum, or if you want to do Inner Sanctum, you can only do up to 2v2.
So you can do less,
Or-
but you can't do more.
You could even do 3
Yeah, you can do
versus
less,
1, I
but you
think.
can't. Yeah, you can even do.
So
Like,
you're saying we
matches.
can have the ultimate challenge of 1v1 Australia?
Yeah, you can. Actually. Or if someone's like, dude, I'm a boss, like no one can beat me, and it's like, all right, like put your money where your mouth is. Let's have a 3v1, and like the pit.
Well, basically, this is just going to be for...
Leagues
Bragging
and
rights.
just practice. It's
Yeah,
essentially leagues can now teach teach like newer players how to PvP and have them play the maps so they actually understand what you're supposed to do in those certain maps. Because like newer players come in, they might run Hall of Doom headquarters and they don't know like what exactly is going on, But if they practice, they can essentially learn how to do those maps now. And of course, it's practice. They're going to be able to do Friday Night Legends a lot smoother now with that. So
Right.
it's all good stuff.
I see open world devolving into nothing but shouts in the versus chat like, our league's a beast, queue up and fight us, and just all sorts of bragging and trash talk going everywhere.
But that's a reward.
Yeah, apparently.
Bragging rights.
But you don't get loot. It's just basically for people that are going to make YouTube videos saying, oh, I can smash this guy. Look what our league did to this guy, or whatever.
I mean, that's really all dueling is once you get all the feats.
Right.
But Prometheium lockboxes are getting an update.
Saw that.
They're
Really,
also taking
really.
out they're taking out all the rings and the consumables and stuff and throwing those in the vaults, aren't they?
Yep.
Yeah. So now what are they worth? Nothing?
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what the prices are gonna be. I'm looking forward to that.
I think the consumables still drop in there, don't they? Just not the
No,
rings
it
and
says we
necks.
remove. It says
We removed
update. I'm looking at.
consumables.
I'm reading the update right now. New items have been added to the Prometheium lockbox. We removed the rings, necklaces, and consumables.
Okay, and there you go.
Yeah, they're in the vault.
No, the
Yep.
consumables are not in the vault anymore.
I think
the
they
vault
said
now
just
has
rings and necks are
chances
in
to
the
drop
vault.
rings and necklaces from the previously found Prometheium lockboxes.
I think he means
Yeah.
shoulders are gone completely.
I think the compounds are being removed.
That's fine. Nobody really cares too much about those. I mean, I like them. I like the ATK
They were essentially just mixes of like flex and neutral all in one, but it was just for convenience sake.
Here's my one issue with it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I remember
You're
them
wrong.
saying somewhere that the rings and necks were being removed to remove the luck element from gear.
Yeah.
That's essentially what they did that for.
But if they do that and just leave the rings and necks in the raid, it's still luck because you gotta hope that purple drops. Then you gotta hope you're the one that wins a roll, so it's still luck based. How does that make sense?
Well, first of all, let
It's still
me
luck.
correct you.
Okay.
That all MMOs do that, dude.
I
All
know, I'm
MMOs
just saying.
have drops where you're gonna roll against other people for your class or roll. So it's not any different. Prometheium lockboxes had a harder luck factor, as in you had to get lucky, like more lucky, because you had to have the Prometheium lockbox drop. Then you had to have that roll. You had to have the combat rating, and you also had certain stats that were favored for your roll. In the raids now, because raids are going to drop amulets and rings that are, for your roll. They will always have set stats for your roll because you'll have a controller ring drop that'll have high vitalization and things like that.
My thing is, I'm not against it. I think they should have worded it a little differently. Like, we put them in the raids to make them more readily available. Don't say it's to remove the luck factor because it still is kind of a luck.
They didn't remove it
should have
from the
worded
raids.
it
They didn't
differently.
put it in the raids at all. Those new Promethean rings and stuff, they're not in raids. They're only in the vault.
Yeah, no.
They're
But
not
that's
Prometheum
like-
links. It's just rings and amulets that drop in the new content.
They didn't make new, like, higher up Prometheus, right? The highest one is still 78, even in the vault, right?
I'm not sure. I'll run a vault on the PC test, and I never get lucky enough to have any rings drop. So
Well, I'll read what exactly it says in the update here. It says the vault now has a chance to drop rings and necklaces that were previously found in Promethean lockboxes. These rings and necklaces reward players for receive are based on current combat rating levels and rolls. Additionally, we have removed the bombs and have made the boxes easier to destroy, queuing up for the vault for the chance to grab these rewards.
So they don't specifically say that it goes above 78.
Nope.
yeah, I
Guess
hope
we'll
I
have to
hope
wait
it
and
doesn't.
see.
I hope it doesn't, just because then it's not really removing the luck factor. But anyways, back to the Prometheium lockboxes. All the current stuff that was dropping before, besides the rings and the consumables, is now tradable. So that'll be like
the
huge.
auras and stuff.
Yeah, no, the auras are tradable.
Well, they're tradable, but they're still account bound, I thought.
How does
I
that-
mean, currently, not in the game update. The game update
yeah.
makes them like fully sellable.
So the auras,
Yeah,
so the aura I
fully
have
tradable.
now in my inventory that I got a couple days ago, I'm going to be able to put that on the marketplace once update 26 hits.
Yep.
Pretty much.
Okay.
I had a cybernetic belt on the PC test, and like I said, it used to say account bound, cannot trade. Now it says cannot. I think it says like cannot sell or something.
Probably sell.
But you can't sell it to a vendor, is what it's saying. I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
you
cannot
still
sell means. You
put it
can't
in the
sell to a
market.
vendor, cannot trade, you can't get to anybody else. Cannot delete is you cannot delete this item.
Yep. But that'll be like a whole new marketplace rage once that comes out, because people are going to be searching for cybernetic and noble warrior sets, then the Deathstroke sets, the Batgirl set, the Superman set, and the Knight of the Court Owl set.
Yeah, that's the one everyone's looking forward to. The
Well,
what is
here's
it?
one-
The Lethal Zealot.
I think that might be Superman. I don't know.
I think Lethal Zealot's the Court of the Owls.
I thought you said the Talon Lord was.
I don't know.
all I know is everyone's going to be after that Batgirl style just because they want a Batman cowl.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Here's
I think,
the one.
Yeah, I think the Talon Lord that we saw in the Styles feat on the game update video is the Knight of the Court Owls.
Yeah, but I thought it said Lethal Zealot.
That's for Superman.
That's
I
for
think.
Superman. Okay. I must have looked at it wrong because I watched your video.
I forgot what the Deathstroke one was called and what the Batman
Something
one.
mercenary,
Or
wasn't it?
Batgirl. Yeah. Master Mercenary or something like that.
Yeah, the Rob is in our chat channel on Twitch. He says that Talon is the Court of the Owls. So I must have looked at the video wrong.
Yep.
But that is the style that everyone's been clamoring for a long time.
That's because they sneak peeked it back when
Yeah, right.
mental cerebral weapons and stuff
Right,
came
exactly. They were
out. And
like, oops.
that was forever ago.
That was a long time. That was at least, what, 6 months ago at least?
Something like that.
Yep.
It's been a while just because they've had, I'm sure it's just been licensing issues and not being able to get the rights to it.
Or maybe they were just waiting on the time where they were going to make those tradable or something. I don't know.
It could have been, but I mean, they've had licensing issues since day one.
Right.
They can't catch a break. I mean, that's why you see a lot of heroes and characters in general just missing from this game.
Just imagine if they started dropping green auras, how much you could sell those for in the marketplace.
Oh yeah,
Yo,
they'd
I'd be on top of a green
selling
aura.
like hotcakes.
Yeah.
Oh, I still think they're eventually going to do it.
Yeah, they'll eventually probably be able to get it. It's just the fact
Well, even
that
if
they
even
do
if
have
they-
trouble.
One at a
just
time.
getting-
yeah.
They do have trouble with DC companies just getting it. That's why Superboy's not in the game. That's why Captain Atom's not in the game, even though they were in beta. They were
Even
removed
still,
right
though.
before it came out.
That's why Lobo's not in the game. No, I don't.
That's why there's a lot of players or characters just not in the game. You know, it's kind of disappointing.
I
Like
really
I said
hope.
last week, I really think the green aura is just going to come just like they got around the gold one. Yellow, gold, they're just going to make emerald aura, and it's like a greenish blue.
Or
And they're going
Jade.
to drop it.
Jade would be
I
a
don't
better
think they're
name
gonna
for
make a
it.
green one. What did I miss anyway? I miss anything good?
Oh, Crappy's with us.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show, Crappy. You might not want to listen to what I said about you in the introduction.
What's going on?
No, it's crappy. Go back and listen to it.
It wasn't anything offensive, Crappy. It's just, you know.
Oh, it's totally offensive. He's just saying that now so he saves face.
Kevin, my
That's-
terrible healer. Shit.
Weird. I always question myself in DPS because I'm in a Seeds of Rot raid right now, and I'm like right behind someone who's in like tier 5 stuff, and I'm sitting on like home turf and barely any tier 4, and I'm like right behind him in terms of DPS, and I'm Earth.
God, no, I'm curious. Jesus.
Well, that's the thing about DPS. Gear only
You can
means
you
so
can
much.
always surprise someone with, you know, if you get good at the class, then you know you can play it. And
I
I'm
used
pretty
to be
with
good
Earth.
at a class, and then they nerfed it.
Those see, I don't
They,
really
like,
like to
nerf
judge
everything.
on those open world, like to judge if somebody is like, you know, doing a lot better DPS job than me, because I can go around and kill a bunch of ads, a bunch of NPCs that are out there.
Oh, we just started.
yeah, and pad your
Yeah, no, those
numbers.
ones those ones are awkward. Like especially when you get to the park and seeds, you know, because you might be carrying a barrel and the other dude might be killing a bunch of stuff. You know, could go either way.
So let's see. Let's go back to the game update 26 notes.
We're always going to
I
get
know-
off topic, you know that. Sorry.
I mean, at least we're not going super off topic. We were still talking about the game.
The night
Especially
is
as long
young.
as
But
What?
We're still talking about the game.
I was gonna say, did you see the part where the nodes in
Yeah.
bases are updated?
That's
My
a ton
gosh,
of
they've
them.
added so many.
Yeah, that was cool. So what's the limit now on the home turf items? Is it did they
I
raise
think-
the bar from 200?
I think it's still the same. I didn't remember to check that. I just looked at the nodes because that's really all I wanted to see. I know amenities haven't changed, and they don't really plan on changing it anytime soon.
Until the next DLC, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, probably because leagues will probably require at least more amenities in their league bases. So players are going to be like, well, why can't I have that in my base?
Okay, Rob in the chat channel is saying they've raised it to 500.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. If I'm understanding what he's saying.
I thought 500 was already the cap on placement.
200.
That's 200.
Okay.
I'm assuming it's 200 because your little gauge goes up to 200.
It
When
does.
Yeah, when you're in your decoration mode. 500.
Which
wow.
means-
they're going
which
to have to
means-
make
Get
the
more
bases
space?
bigger. The
No, it's not
500.
more space. That just means people are going to clutter up their base for massive split damage in lair battles. Just fighting in a pile of junk, like, yeah, kill me.
You always find an angle, Kaiser. God.
There's always an angle. You just got to look for it.
That angle. Another thing that I cover in my video is gadgets and nature kind of get a little buff. It's teeny, but I mean it's a little something. 'Cause,
Animation.
Yeah, animation's way faster.
Yeah.
They should just not even touch it. They didn't do a good job. That's how I feel.
On Vine Lash and
I
Taser.
feel like it's still too damn long.
It's really not. I mean, if you watch the video, it's like
It's like the
One
same
Broken
cast
Lasso
length
and
as
stuff like
Briar,
that.
basically. But
Yeah,
the way
well,
I
double that
feel it
before.
is, I'm way off topic, but let me squeeze this in. Listen,
All
nature
right, go ahead.
nature sucks. Nature's slow. You need to put out minimum. You need to put out your 2 poisons: Briar, stupid long animation; Vine Lash, stupid long animation; then Harvest, stupid even longer animation. And in between putting those 2 powers out, you're going to get knocked over a lot of the times. And then you're going to try to get up and target that one person who has the poisons on them to spread it to the other people. Now, that's a pain in the ass. That sucks, especially if you get knocked down and then you have to go searching through the mob to target that one person. You might as well just forget about it and re-put your poisons out and hope you don't get interrupted. So what I think needs to happen, they could keep the cast times on the shit. You put Briar out, it hits everybody. You put Vine Lash out, it hits everybody. No more spreading the poisons. It's too much work. You put Inferno out, you don't have to spread Inferno. You use Electrocute, you don't have to spread Electrocute.
Oh,
You see, I'm kind of glad he kept it like level-headed there. For a second, I thought he was going to say, "Just give nature the hard light fan from when it first came out."
I'm not even gonna get into how bad nature splits damage now. But
Oh yeah, that damage split they
man,
put
they
on
throw
it's
nature a bone and
ridiculous.
he's happy. God.
They need to revamp it. Now he's right. Nature DPS does have issues.
I like how it's unique and you have to put the poisons out and spread it. But then when it comes down into battle with all this new stuff and how everyone's always interrupting you and knocking you over, it's sometimes it gets tough to be spreading your poisons. You know,
It's
and
not
then you're,
really that.
then you're wasting your power putting them on another person and trying to spread them.
It's not really just that. The
Yeah,
whole thing that
because
screws
nature
it
has
over.
a huge power curve use.
Yeah, it's got a huge power curve use, but its main
No,
thing.
but like if you
No, I was-
get
I was
knocked over though,
sarcastic.
and you have to keep using those 2 moves over and over, like
I
you
was
will
being
suck up a lot of
sarcastic.
power.
Not really. I PC tested a poison build and really wasn't that power heavy.
Sucks.
Depends on which poisons you're using, though. I mean, there's the close range ones and there's the long range ones.
Yeah, if you're using Vine Lash, Savage Growth, and Briar, and then you're doing some tap hold with your Thorn Shield and spamming that and spamming Impaling Thorns whenever somebody's low, and you know what I mean?
Yeah,
You
that
use
works.
the power. I drain my power bar real quick. Like if I nature DPS, not in T5, but in like T4 stuff, because
Well,
my
first of
poison
all, my opinion is if you're using like a might build, why are you in melee distance?
because that's where it happens. Tap hold, and then you.
If
use
you're
the
spreading
shield,
poisons, you can be far away.
It's
but then
because
you're not doing no
Thorn
damage.
Shield is better. Thorn Shield, you need to be close.
Thorn Shield
Thorn.
hits everybody 360 degrees. It's a knockback. It spreads poisons. And it's a lot of damage. It's almost like spamming Gauss Grenade, but a little weaker.
See, you should be on the council. We need to get Crappy on the council. See, he argues his point. He knows the power. He argues his point.
You know, because nature doesn't do enough DPS. If you just spread poisons and stand back and use your bow, you're not doing enough DPS.
The main issue with the range poison is the targeting system. Other classes can throw a circle at to do the damage over time and everything. They
just
have to
throw
hit
something
one target with everything and
automatically
then
in
spread
AoE.
it. Yeah, the
know,
targeting system really screws them over in
You have
nature
to do something
DPS.
with nature in order to turn it into an AoE. Like, I'm not just saying it because I'd like it to be easier and because I'm nature, but like, it would be a hell of a lot more convenient if you could just use the power and it hit the group of people.
Briar should be revamped into a circle move or something that spreads
Like, it
poisons,
could just
maybe.
hit everybody, you know? And like, Vine Lash doesn't even have an initial hit, so Vine Lash is weak. You know, like if Vine Lash even had just like a 200 initial hit or something, or 100, you know, just something. You know, like Vine Lash just hits and it ticks for poisons. You know, it had no initial hit. It's kind of a waste. Same thing with Savage Growth, no initial hit.
Yeah, that is weird with it. You can knock up people sometimes, but you know, there's no
But there's
hit
there's no
damage.
hit. Just a damage, just a might tick.
It is weird that it doesn't have an initial strike.
It would, because it would be pretty good. Like if Vine Lash hit, like even if I said, even if it just hit a little, you know, because it's going to split and then it's going to hit everybody for a little.
So what are the other animations that got shortened?
Taser pull and
Taser pull.
acrobatics grip line thingy,
The zip line.
whatever it's called.
Okay.
Basically,
grappling
the
hook.
same thing as taser pull, except you can pull it out of or acrobatics.
Yep.
Yeah, they really needed to, because everybody uses that.
So what
You
are
know.
they gonna?
Let's fix some useless shit that nobody uses.
So this wasn't what they were talking about when they were gonna redo sorcery and nature.
No,
No, they still have to.
No.
They
do that.
still have to do that, right?
Dude,
They're just-
there's
just-
a lot of players that are all like, "Hey, where is the nature and sorcery revamp?" They would announce it way ahead of time, and that would be the focus of the update.
Right.
Yeah. Do they even have the threads
Come
available
guys.
on that
It's
yet?
like, huh?
nope.
What threads?
No, they don't have the developer discussion threads yet.
Nope, because it's not a big thing yet.
That's all right. There's some YouTubers that apparently know more than the developers, so
Yeah.
so we're
yeah. I know where
Yeah,
this is
crappy.
not no, not crappy.
No, we're not talking about
We're not talking
crap.
about crappy.
I know,
We're
I'm
talking
being-
some
I'm being
moron on
sarcastic.
PS3.
So what happened? I know a lot. What are you talking about? I know everything.
That's why I
I'm an
said
elite-
you should be
I'm an
on
elitist.
the,
If
you
you don't
should be
have
on the
T5
community
here, I don't even
council.
want to run FOS with you.
See, I think that we should replace Trex. No offense to Trex. We should yank him off the community council because he doesn't really know the game that well and doesn't really play the game that much, and put you on there because then we have a voice for the villains.
Like I said, I've got nothing against Trex or SP or anyone in that group. It's just if you're going to give creative criticism on
Well,
new content coming out, you should be able to at least complete the content.
I was gonna say it's
No
just
offense.
a big popularity contest, and it's kind of unfair.
Yeah, just because you have a
That's all that
popular
happens
channel
with all the
doesn't
games,
really
though.
mean you know the game that well. You know. Now, Super
Someone who's
Patriot
more
knows the game like
qualified.
the back of his hand.
Yeah, he knows the game.
Yeah.
I've got no problem with him.
I mean, Super
Yeah, well,
Patriot is.
it makes sense that he gets asked these things. You know,
It makes sense. I mean, he's got a great channel. I mean, some people don't like him, some people do like him, but you got to give it up to him. The guy knows DCUO. I mean, he is, the guy is an expert on the game.
Yeah, I think
he's
a
run
good-
everything. He plays PvP actively. He knows classes.
He knows all. Yeah,
level.
exactly. He tries them all. He
Yeah.
and he just doesn't try them. He studies them, and he knows what he's talking about when he tells you something. He may not be the best PvP player in the world. Who cares? I mean, you got to give the guy credit. He knows the game.
You don't see many players like that.
Yeah, but
PvP
unfortunately, I
sucks
don't think
anyway.
Trex. I mean, I like the guy; he's a good guy, but I don't think he's got the dedication to the game. I mean, you know what I mean? It's just,
They,
you should
they
be
could've
more
picked
involved
some-
in the game to be there. It's
Not to
basically
mention, it's this hero bias again. 2 hero representatives. Come on.
Yeah,
man.
that's what I brought up earlier. I know there's other people on the console, but I want to know who's representing the villain content, villain side. Who's giving opinions on our content?
Barely anyone.
Exactly. They need some villains, like well-known villains, to actually give
They should
feedback.
just pick
and
me.
stuff.
They should just ask me for advice. I'll tell them the truth on what I think.
There you go. Crappy heels for the council.
I'm playing every day just
Hey,
about
hey,
the
guess
last
what?
year and a half.
Guess what? You already have your what's that guy called?
Who?
You have your spokesman for you there. He can be on your soapbox there, Crappy. He's in your
Who?
corner.
Who's that?
He's trying to say, man.
Geyser?
He's
Oh
trying.
yeah, all right. That's a good team. Be my representative. I'll just
I'd vote
direct
for
all
you.
my calls to you.
Yeah. Think of it like this, Ninja. You just promoted for the council Crappy Heels and Trick Shot. Think about that for a
matter.
while, what you've just done for Opinions on Nature.
Oh, and you know what I think? I'm all for hard content, but
Yeah,
I think Batman is fucking beast, and like I like him like that, but I think they should make Lex Luthor
Yeah,
as
they need
beast
to
as
buff
Batman is.
Yeah,
I don't
from-
want Batman to be any weaker. I love him hard like that.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that in a
But
little
Lex
bit.
Luthor, psh, it's a
Oh, the heroes
pushover.
have it easy with those raids. The Luthers, from what I've seen, don't do hardly what the Batmans do easily.
You guys all hate Ninja Batman, don't you?
It's not
Ninja
just
You
that.
Batman.
wait, you wait until he comes up behind you.
Until I'm dead. He will not leave me alone. I'll run all the way across the room, and he will follow me all the way across the room and beat me until I'm dead. I will use shields, superchargers, colas, and he will just,
That's
He's a-
his job.
you're dying.
That's his job.
He's like a troll in PvP. He just will not
He
leave me
took
alone.
our job.
He took our job. So, is there anything else about update 26 that's worth mentioning? I mean, it's not a big update.
No, not really.
Here's
It's
something
a really
I'm
small
wondering.
update.
There's only one thing I'm wondering now, and you can't test this on test server. If the sodas aren't in the game anymore, I'm wondering if our sodas will become tradable or if they're still going to be account bound. You can't test that.
Not too. Well, PC or players who had compounds previously from testing, if they still had it in their inventory, they could shed some light on it.
Yeah,
But I don't see that happening before the release. So
yeah. I'm just wondering if those 5 or 6 stacks of ATK 4s I have are going to be worth money.
Or are they
I
just
mean,
going to
they
be trash?
potentially
or-
could. I wouldn't throw them away just yet.
Yeah.
I'm not throwing them away. I'm just saying I'd wait like 6 months until everyone's used every last one they have.
Or you could
And
be a
then-
really cool league mate because you don't DPS and you could give him the knee.
All
You
right,
just
I'll
drink
give you
extra
my
help.
share there, Count.
Nah,
if you
there's
really,
a
really
catch.
want them.
I know there's a
50
catch.
mil a stack.
There's always if
50
Ninja says that,
minutes
there's always a catch.
There's a karma catch.
Yeah, you still owe me, you know.
I know I do. The next time I get a recovery kit, I'll probably throw it your way, buddy.
Yeah, that means I can actually recover some more blues from my tank.
The problem is I can't win a roll, so you might be out of
Well,
luck.
yeah, you know, Kaiser has the devil's luck. I swear to God, you know, everything that anybody else wants, he'll end up getting it.
You roll on Kaiser, you're a loser.
No, I've lost my fair share of
Why
rolls.
didn't you play the Powerball this week? It was 590 million, and some douchebag in Florida won it.
Speaking of winning, I won some hand blasters out of the Nexus raid last night. Hell yeah.
Ooh.
Woo.
What level?
I think they're 85 maybe.
You'd have to shut this off.
What's the DPS
I couldn't even
on
believe I rolled them 167,
it? Nice.
I think, something like that.
Very
I think
nice.
that's what it is.
Why don't you carry us through those raids?
I didn't have too much time to look at it because we kept going. I was so excited because there was so many people rolling on it, and my rolls are just DC has it rigged for me, so I
Yeah.
make sure I purposely lose all the rolls.
Yeah, you figure everyone's going to be all over any weapon that drops in those at the beginning.
Yeah, especially trolls, healers, and even like the DPSs nowadays, like they don't even care. They're like standing in the back. They're like, "I'll use those hand blasters," But
Were
we
they
were running with a
unattuned?
bunch of dudes that we knew.
They
So
they could keep the hand blasters. I just like bow and pistols.
Were they unattuned?
yeah,
So
Yeah,
what
I
are
think
you
I think
gonna?
they switched all weapons to unattuned because they haven't done attuned weapons since
FOS.
FOS.
So did
I
you
kind of
attune
like
them
that.
healer or DPS?
Oh, I tuned mine healer.
You
Yeah.
know he did healer.
Oh, DPS, nature sucks.
Hey, I don't want to hear it. You
Nature's
should
actually
try
good.
playing
Nature's good at
sorcery
these
as a
raids.
DPS now.
I mean, you used to say Earth
really.
sucks, and I would have to beg to differ.
Oh, Earth is terrible in PvE.
I don't know.
Earth is terrible in the.
God,
Earth
Crappy.
is just bad. No, Earth is bad. They need to fix it.
You should be in a good mood tonight, Crappy. You got new blasters. You're high. I mean, you should be in a good mood.
Oh, I'm on filters now though. I'm eating the hoagie. Now nature's
Oh
decent
man.
single target though, so like nature people do really good in these raids because no one's good because there's no competition anymore really because no one's up there tap holding with their one hand at spamming gas grenades, so they're missing out on all that DPS.
Well, there's probably a few still doing it. They just die in the first 2 seconds of every fight.
Oh, and somebody said sorcery was weak. I ran with a sorcery DPS, and we got to the last boss with this dude, and he was first place DPS. He was beasting out. I don't know what he was doing. He
It's
was a monster.
first of all, it's because all players are gonna shun those classes they think suck. And then you have one player who knows how to play that class, and then you're all like, "Oh, I don't know what he's doing."
But Earth does.
It's because
suck.
you dismiss it.
Earth is really good in PvP, but Earth is terrible in PvE.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna prove that wrong.
I'll beat you with nature.
Uh-oh.
I don't think it's terrible. I mean, you can't really.
Earth is like a last place DPS.
Well, honestly though,
My eye.
with your argument about PvP, let's be honest here. I mean, come on. It's either you're ice or you're not doing it right.
All right. Well, I was just gonna say, right now, my combat rating on my Earth DPS right now is 79, and I'm beating someone who is around 85.
You have terrible players on the PC.
Yeah, I could say he might be terrible, but right now I'm beating him.
Hey guys, we're.
Look,
you
look,
guys,
look.
Hey,
I got one question. Is his name Trexlite?
hey,
Close.
hey guys.
We need to get back on topic. Count's talking.
I think we're having some technical issues with the call. I got an error message. I think we lost somebody. Trying
Probably
to figure
Jay.
out who it is.
Oh yeah, it was Jay.
Jay's the one with the line going up and down his name right
Oh,
now.
okay.
We lost Jay. So quick.
We lost the
intermission.
quiet one.
He doesn't say anything anyway, so carry on. I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
He'll be back.
I'm joking.
That's pretty funny. He doesn't say anything anyways. So mean.
But it's so true.
Well, hey, I think this is a good time to take a little short break. I'm gonna put it on hold for just a minute, and we will be right back. right, we are back. We're having some technical difficulties. Imagine that. But we'll keep going here.
Yep.
So what
For
were
some
we
strange
arguing
reason,
about?
we were talking about Johnny Blowtorch during the break.
Oh yeah, Johnny Blowtorch is a dick. He defies PvP mechanics.
We weren't talking about Johnny Blowtorch.
I am now. Johnny Blowtorch can suck my dick. I hate him.
Crappy,
He's
this is a
easy to
family
beat,
show,
and I have
man.
no problem with him.
We gotta start
but
editing you out.
He
Come on.
defies PvP mechanics. I will be blocking, and he clearly comes in with brawl and tap, tap, hold, and I'm blocking. Bam! Knocks me out of block like I was blocking, and he threw a block breaker. I don't know how he does it. He does it to me every single time.
He's a brawler, man.
What
Because you're
about
not
Bane?
playing Earth.
What about Bane?
I'm clearly
What about
blocking, and
it?
he's clearly uppercutting me. He's giving me a haymaker or something and countering me. I don't know how he's doing it.
Hey, haymakers are uninterruptible. You didn't know that?
I don't know what. No, I'm blocking though, and he's
You
like,
can't
Take him
block
off the cancel. He doesn't know how to freaking play this game.
You can't block a haymaker.
"You can block a haymaker."
No.
I know according to the NPC's guidelines.
That red shit comes up like when you get block broken, like it's before the haymaker. It's not the haymaker combo. I don't know what it is. I think it's like tap 2 times and hold. But he counters me somehow when I'm blocking. I was like, I didn't see no block breaker there. How'd you do that?
I don't have any problem with him.
Magic.
How'd you do
Oh,
that?
Yeah, he's easy to beat, but just
Yeah.
like that, defying the PvP mechanics gets me. And then that next guy, right after you beat Johnny Blowtorch, you beat that one guy who's a wuss. And then the next guy,
He's annoying.
he will tap hold on you with that one-handed, and you'll block, and he'll just psh, and then he'll go into another combo without even getting knocked over. He'll be like, PvP mechanics, psh, fuck you. Psh,
Maybe your
we don't have
R1
none of
button's
that.
broken.
No, they just, I don't know, man. I'm blocking. They don't get knocked over. God, I come near them. If I hold square at any time, they knock me over while they're blocking. They're doing all kind of moves on me, and I can't even discuss it.
The one I have most problem with is Bane. I have more problems fighting Bane than anything. Everything else I've gotten where I can do pretty well, but Bane gives me problems.
He doesn't do PvP mechanics. They only work against you.
I never have a problem with Bane. The one I have problems with is Scarecrow, as sad as it sounds.
See, that's
They're
one I
easy.
don't really have too much of a problem with. But Bane, oof, Bane tears me up. I mean, I got the feat. I beat him once. But I try to stay away. When I see it's going to be Bane, I go ahead and fight the Santo guy.
Well, the only two I can't figure out which one is which is Hush and Killer Croc, dude. Those are the only two I don't know, because if it's Bane, he has the canisters and the
Yeah.
boxes in the back, and if it's Scarecrow, he has those 2 Roman guards with
Yep.
the spears.
Well, the statues with the Justice, the blind Justice, is Hush.
No, it isn't, because I've had him with Croc out there.
Huh, that's weird. Because every time I see those statues, it's Hush, which I like. I think Hush is the easiest one to fight.
That's true. I agree. Hush and Croc are pretty easy. But
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
fight
Croc
that
wasn't too much of
Santos
a
dude every
problem.
time. He's not hard.
yeah.
He's annoying sometimes with the rifle. You're not expecting a block break or something.
So anyway, let's talk about those raids. You got some experiences, good experience in those raids this week, didn't you, Crappy?
Oh yeah.
Trying to get J-Man back, but his I don't know if his internet dropped or what.
he left the face of the earth.
He just
I find the raids, they were hard, but they're decently easy once you learn the mechanics of it. And I only have, I healed it with 1 piece of T4 or 1 piece of T5 and the rest green gear, no problem. I mean, there's some things that you can't stop. People get one shot at, but they're hitting you for 5, 6, 7 grand and stuff. Nobody has that much health to live through it.
So do you guys spread out in the second room? The first room's not bad. The first room, as long as people are picking people up,
Yeah,
You're gonna
'cause
get
people are
by
gonna
it.
go down no matter what.
yeah, you're
You
gonna
know?
get by it. It's not that bad. It's not that big of a deal.
As long as you got to keep Ninja Batman under control. You got to watch Ninja Batman. He'll take you out. And we like to kill GCPD Batman or whatever, and
If
Some
he's there.
The two easy guys
Yeah.
we kill.
Primal.
Yeah, Primal and GCPD. Because you don't want to be... The first time we did it, when we got all the way to the last boss, we had, who was it, Future Ninja and, like, Steam Powered or something like that.
Yeah.
No chance.
Yeah, steam powered is oof.
You got to stand really close to Steam Powered, because if you're out of his range, he's bombing you with mortars.
Yeah,
So,
see
like,
what we did is we made a big circle around him. And we made it where if somebody on your left goes down, the guy that's on your right should be the guy on your left you should pick up if he goes down. That's what we were doing. So not everyone was running over there. We had a little system, but we still couldn't beat him.
Well, what you got to do with him, you got to tank him really close to the blue door, no matter what room you're in. You got to
They
have
tried, they couldn't. The two tanks could not. If
You know,
we would
we've
have
been
had
solo
if we would have
tank.
had stronger tanks, we would have gotten by it.
We've been solo tanking now because they put that stupid enrage timer on them. Like the first day we went in there 2 tanks. You know, it's a hell of a lot easier with 2 tanks. But now they have those enrage timers on the second and third boss. So, you know, with 2 DPS, like no matter how good they are, like they just don't have the gear. You know what I mean? And it's really, really close when the
Right.
reinforcements come out.
Right.
And like after a while, like they just start tearing you apart, those guys. There's nothing you could do. So like now we're just running the 3 DPS. It makes it a lot quicker, but it makes it a lot harder at the last boss fight.
That's the progression. It's progression, man.
Mm-hmm. But steam powered, man, as
D-
long tank them to the door, and everybody get in a circle around it. But don't stand close enough. So if you get AIDS, you kill everybody next to you. Like that's that shit that gets on you. We either call it AIDS or that
There's a
shit.
little blue.
Yeah,
It's like a white, not blue. It's white.
yeah, like you're foaming from the mouth kind of
Yeah,
deal.
it's like a little
You
white
get-
thing coming out of your face.
You're getting rabies,
that-
Yeah, so if you get AIDS, you don't want to go near
AIDS.
anybody.
What?
huh? We should call it rabies if it's foaming at the mouth.
I've got AIDS. I've got
That's what
AIDS. Stay
that's what
away.
we yell, and people in your house be like, "What are you talking about?" So like, but at Steam Power Batman, as long as you don't stand back too far, he won't drop mortars on nobody. And the mortars I don't even know how much they hit you for, but they just take you out.
They wipe you out. Yeah, there's
They
nothing you
kill
can
you.
do about it. If you're hit by the mortar, you're going
And
down.
Those mortars, man, ripped right through my shield.
Yeah.
Dead.
And it's really hard to see the mechanic of it too.
Yeah, you don't even notice it,
Yeah.
especially if you're healing because you're more concentrated on people's life bars. Like sometimes I'll have AIDS and I won't notice it, but I tend to stand far away from everybody. So that way if I don't catch it that second, I don't kill anybody.
I mean, I thought Ninja, at least with Ninja Batman, you knew what was hitting you. Like you knew you were in trouble. Steam Power Batman doesn't move around as much as Ninja Batman does.
Nah, he might turn around. I've noticed the bosses too. Say the bosses are in front of the door. They tend to go for someone who's on the left side of the door, but like close to the wall, close to the door on the left side. He always turns around and he kills that person. And he'll do it a couple times. Like, he'll always pick on that one person. I don't know if it's that spot, if you're in the perfect range when the tank loses the aggro for that second, where he just turns around, but he always turns around and hits the same person. Like, and we've had other people stand around in that same area, and he always just turns around and he seems to target people that stand in that spot. But it seems like since he turns around and he targets that person all the time, he doesn't screw at anybody else, really. He just turns around and wipes that person out every couple of minutes.
All right, well, where is this spot exactly so I can have Kaiser be your sacrifice?
No.
It's on the left. If you tank right up to the blue door, it's on the left side of the blue door. Like, he's the person, like, if you're forming a circle around him, he's going to be, like, not the first person by the wall on the left, but the second person, like, in the circle forming around him.
All right, got it. Second person in the circle is always Kaiser's spot. Got it.
No.
Turns around and takes you out.
Well, Kaiser's our designated pickup guy, so we really don't want him going down.
Especially
Rock
now
picks
that he's
everybody
quantum.
up, and he's the other healer. Rock's just like, hey, let me pick everybody up, and you could heal this by yourself.
Yeah.
Technical difficulties.
Do what?
Technical difficulties.
Are you having technical difficulties?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, we just lost somebody. We lost.
Jay.
Yep.
Jay might be having
Wait.
internet issues.
I think we lost him a long time ago.
He's still inside the thing. You might be talking
Himself.
to Ghost Rider.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, I guess he's not. Maybe he's just having a.
Send him a PSN and tell him the answer is Skype.
That's true.
Give me a second. I'll grab my headset and see if he's talking.
So, yeah, Ghost Rider's on. All right. Well, at least his internet didn't go down. Oh well.
How far did you guys make it through?
We only made it to the second room. Both times I tried the raid, we only made it to the second room.
What's that? Second boss you're talking?
Yep.
I haven't even been in there yet. I'm waiting until I've got at least half T5.
Well,
You've
once
already
you
got
make it
half
past,
T5.
Yeah, no. Once I get my next piece, I'll have 4 T5s and an 84. So once I get this next piece in the next day or two, I'm going to start going in there.
I didn't even get my footage up yet. Shit. But once you get past the third boss, it's pretty easy until the last boss. It's basically just a bunch of ads until you get to the last boss after that. Clearing some
Okay,
hallways, beating some other bosses.
I can do that. I'm not even geared up for that, but I think I can go do Nexus, right?
No.
Oh, the prodigal son has returned, as they say in Iron Man 3.
What's your power?
Uh-oh, ice.
Ice.
What?
Tank it.
He's
I was just
sorcery.
reading through the stuff.
He's
No,
a
I got an
healer.
ice tank, genius.
He's a healer.
I got an ice
Oh,
tank.
sorcery? Psh, you're done for.
Respect
Sorceries have
token.
to add in the raid?
No, I don't know. I honestly never healed it with a sorcery healer.
Well, you need to run that raid with us, man. Once we get, because I've got what 4 pieces that are equivalent to tier 5, and I have an 84 piece as well. So,
Dude, how about this? We ran it yesterday. Rock invites me in at the second boss, and he had a good group. They were all people that are supposedly like they're a real good league, and the one guy is like a really good dude. And like for some reason they were all really good players, but we couldn't get past the boss. And I was like, what is going on here? I was like, and then we play with a bunch of people that are really good, but no one is always like, oh, these guys are fucking awesome. You know what I mean? And like, we beat it no problem. You know, and then we play with people that are like well known and everything like that, and can't even make it past the boss. Like, I don't know, like they're doing good DPS and stuff, but they're just, their awareness is just terrible or something. You know,
right.
like they're just
Nah.
gonna go in there and just mindlessly kill everything. You know, like the more you put yourself in danger, and the more power I have to use to heal you, and the more times you have to get picked up. You know, that's risking everybody else's life.
Right.
You know, you can't be. You gotta play smart.
Yeah, it's not just about the numbers; it's about staying alive.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like Prime when Prime first came out. The people that were going in there just going full out trying to kill, and were getting killed like 4 or 5 times. And you had to go pick them up. Those are the guys that were ruining. Those were the fail groups, you know.
Some people think they're like, consider myself a good player. I don't consider myself the best player, but like some other people are always on their high horse. They're like, I'm the fucking best, and then like you play with them in there, and they're dead left and right. And
yeah,
then
they're
like
dead all the time.
they probably left, and they were like, oh, the healers fucking sucked. And I'm thinking, man, we beat this shit with people that were way less geared and supposedly not as good as you.
Well, I ran it with a quantum DPS, and I was like kind of the designated. Somehow we were only running 2 DPS, and somehow I got to be the designated pickup guy. Because like someone would die right in front of this guy, and he would not stop attacking to pick somebody up. And I'd have to go up there and pick them up. And I was like, when we were all saying picking people up's the most important thing, but he wouldn't stop attacking to pick anybody up.
It
Is
is.
this a
Somebody
different run?
slows down. You need to get on them.
Is this a different run than what we did?
Yeah, no, that's the same run.
Same one.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, I watched some of that raid. It was definitely not pyro time.
No.
I was like, look at
It
this
was-
guy.
It was
Fire.
getting revived.
it happens.
With Earth too. Oof. Or don't go in there with an Earth tank. He's getting knocked out quick. He'll run right up to the boss, and the boss will slap the shit out of him and kill him instantly.
Well,
If he doesn't set up his absorption and the pet's all like, I'm gonna just walk into this one-hit death move.
I don't know how Earth works, but it looks like it's dependent on too many other things. You know, like Ice seems to be the best tank right now for being undergeared and going in there.
It's because tank's easy, ice tank's easy mode.
the ice tank my second run of the raid, the ice tank we had, he wasn't cutting it.
Yeah, you gotta have the right rotation, and you gotta rotate the shit pretty quick, a lot quicker than you normally would. Because that shit's tearing right through all your shields. Yeah, it's not a tank, it's tank.
So you're saying the next time we run it, we should do it 3 DPS?
3 DPS, 1 tank. If you know someone who could tank and DPS, that's awesome, because then you could have 2 tanks in the first room, which really helps you out DPS-wise, because you could split the dudes up. You know, and I especially like a power like yours, it's hard to, like, target somebody out, you know, being electricity.
Yeah. I can't do it.
No, it's really tough.
Yeah. I'm good
like
in the first room.
You need somebody to split them up.
Yeah.
Because you're just basically killing everybody, and then when everyone gets down, you're just going to hope that you could focus fire one person.
You can focus fire one guy. Right, exactly. Oh. I'm thinking about switching to quantum anyway, just to do something new.
Nah, stick to electricity count.
That's what I told him.
Yeah, electricity is a beast.
A
Sounds like he's bored.
little bit. Not bored, but, you know.
Change your
I
loadout.
probably suck at quantum too, so it doesn't really matter.
You got a good loadout for electricity.
Yeah, it's alright. Not according to some of my YouTube subscribers, but...
Hey, I got some haters. I noticed some thumbs down lately. I was like, yeah, haters.
Like the DCUO dojo idiot that this guy made a DPS quantum video, and he said it's precision based. He's telling everybody it's precision based. Okay, for one, wrong. And then he's saying that it's more beneficial to do PvE content in your PvP gear now.
Oh, yeah, because you have a ton of defense to stop all those one-shots.
Yeah.
But to demonstrate all this, he ran an old tier 4 raid that's been out for over a year. I'm like, oh, okay, nice.
Yeah, you know my opinion of that? You know my opinion of that is, yay, congratulations, you have 3 times the more health everybody else does. You have no defense, and now it's going to take us 3 times as long to heal you back with full health. Congratulations, you just made healers stress out.
Way to go, genius.
I know a lot of people, like, Rock used to accidentally run stuff in his PvP gear. You know, like C's or something, or Prime, you know. And I'd be like, man, you were awfully squishy, and at the end of the raid, he'd be like, I had my PvP gear on by accident. But, like, no way, in the new raid, you would get murdered.
Well, this guy was telling people that this is how you do it. The title of his video was DPS 101.
Oh, that's not the best part. The best part was I liked how you said you tried to correct him on that, and he said like he's been in the game for a few months, you're a noob, and he wanted your character name and world so they could come and beat you down.
Well, my character's name's right there on my YouTube channel. If he can't figure that, I almost said, if you're not smart enough to figure out my character name, it's right there. It's right there spelled out for you.
I'm just saying, if he wants a piece,
I actually replied to that and gave him my name.
Yeah, bring it.
That's gonna prove something. Oh, you could run PvP gear and you could run T5 in PvP gear if I could come beat your ass in a duel. Like that makes no sense.
Let him run PvP gear and PvE gear or content or whatever.
So every show, I think we're going to have a shout out to the biggest idiot of the week, and this week's winner is what's the guy's name? I don't know.
You don't know his name, but you're going to give him a shout out. Congratulations, you epically failed once more.
It's Gara Sensei.
Gara Sensei, you officially have won the idiot of the week. All right, applause.
Buddy.
Okay.
I'm gonna heal Nexus later in my PvP gear for him.
Jesus.
Tell
Quantum
me
has
that-
one precision move. I want to know how he thinks the whole power set is precision based.
Yeah, because
He was
the guy-
like, you need to spam that move ASAP.
Because Jesse, the guy that made the Quantum, he even said on the Friday Night Legends, it is a might-based power.
You can tell it's a might-based power. You use a power, and the numbers appear yellow. That's might. Like, I
You-
don't
you see
know.
the-
Like, it's pretty simple.
The problem is this guy's only been in the game a few months and he thinks he knows everything. He wasn't here for back in the day when fire, ice, like how the old powers work, where it's the slow, steady burn. All he knows is like the burst damage clipping, so he thinks it all has to be like that. Quantum is more of a spread the dots and burn them power. It can burst, but I think it still plays more like the old school powers, in a sense.
I didn't DPS with it yet. One day I'm gonna crack it out.
I mean, basically,
Oh,
see what it
DPS and Quantum's a lot like fire, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
It is. In fact, DPSing, I would say the best loadout I've seen so far is using the Fire Burst type move because it gives you that 60 modifier for the hands. Then use the circle and your supercharge, obviously. A Kubier wave or the weapon move puts your dot on people.
That looks so
Singularity's
ugly,
a
that
good hit.
weapon.
And
Warped
use for
reality.
35 and under.
Isn't
Yeah.
Warp Reality the weapon move?
Yeah, but I would only use that with a weapon with an AoE, like a rifle or shuriken storm or something. Otherwise, just use a Kubier wave.
What's a Kubier wave do?
It's the one that debuffs attack, but it's a big wave that makes everything graviton charged that it hits.
Oh, okay.
Basically, just like your one move polarizes everything.
Static push.
Yeah, it's the setup.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you just run the circle and the 35 and under move.
Yeah, because it plays
put-
a lot like fire, what I've seen. Yeah.
It does.
What kind of animation does it have for the 35%? Or is it more like a photon blast from gadgets, or is it like a wind-up fire burst deal?
It's more of a photon blast from gadgets, but it doesn't hit as many times. It does like 2 normal ticks and then the big hit.
Hell,
So it's
what's
kind
it?
of a hybrid move, simplified version of like the final ruin, where it hits the first time, hits the second time, and
But
then
the
it's
animation
like,
is photon blast. You put
And
the
I'll
hand
tell
out,
you
get the
one
beam.
thing: Snuff Out is the most OP 35%er in the game. Snuff Out hits retardedly hard. I thought, like, I used to think Impale and Thorns was good, and then on my troll, I was like, wow. When they
Snuff Out's
buffed up
always
this,
hit hard from day one.
changed
It's
its
just it
photon
had
blast,
such a
it was
long
crazy.
animation when the game first came out.
dude, it hits you could crit for like 6,000 on it.
Yeah.
you
Even
could've
back when
used to
your
do that
might
with,
was pathetic.
yeah, they used to do 6,000 with sorcery until they somehow messed that entire equation up.
Like
now I can
Impale
barely
and Thorns
break
will hit for like
2,000.
25.
Yeah, Final Ruin was the best 35%er for the longest time.
Yeah, until they messed it up.
And it was still that way for like when the Fortress raids came out, and then shortly after the Fortress raids came out, they did something to it, and it wasn't preferred anymore. But yeah, when I was fire, when the game first started, I run DPS every once in a while. Even with pathetic stats, I was hitting for like 3,500, 4,000 on Snuff Out against bosses, and my might was only like 1,600. You know.
Yeah, see, I think Impale and Thorns needs a buff. That's what I'm going.
I think sorcery in general needs a buff. What are you talking about?
Sorcery, I
Let's
hate
look
sorcery.
at sorcery's DPS. It used to be you could put down a circle of protection or a circle of destruction DPS roll. You could hit one of the guys with bad karma, hit him with shared fate, and that would do about 200 damage per tick when the game first came out. Now you're lucky to see above 60. And that's
You know
with
what? I'm not hating, but good. I hate sorcery healers in PvP. I hate their power set. They're hard to kill.
I'm talking
They're
about
annoying.
DPS, my friend. Healer's still like insanely strong.
Yeah, I
Down
think
a
they need
circle,
to suffer
sit in and laugh at
DPS
somebody.
wise too, just because they're annoying in PvP.
Well, in DPS, at least with sorcery, you can still stack some dots. You can still use
No, it
the
definitely
bad
doesn't.
karma to do that. And let's be
They- they
honest,
buffed with it.
you
It
can
has
still
like a whole
use the soul
useless
wells.
free.
Yeah, but if you use the soul wells and the tank isn't prepared to pull the aggro off of you, you're just ending up pulling ads over to you, Kaiser, and watching them beat your face in 5 seconds. Congratulations, you have failed.
No, then the tank has failed.
And how
If
would
a
the tank
damage
fail?
stick from a soul
it-
well makes you grab that much aggro that it drops the tanks, then there's something wrong there.
Hey, Kaiser, think about it this way. Let's say I put out a soul wall, right? Have you actually ever put a soul wall up in a normal area? It normally hits about 3 times the area of anybody else's will hit.
Yeah.
And if you hit an enemy that the tank hasn't even hit any of its moves on, then it won't aggro to you. Him, it'll aggro to you. Then with the new raids, most of those ads teleport around. So guess where they teleport to?
Fortified
Don't teleport
blocking.
to the tank. They teleport to the DPS.
Fortified blocking.
Fortified block.
Alright, well, if you're using a sorcery build, you want to be using escalating might, not fortified blocking.
Well, okay, then
Hell
don't
no,
be
you
a
wanna
spam
use
happy
the
noob.
fortified
Wait
block.
till the tank grabs aggro, put your dots, and then put the thing down. Don't just be like, I'll throw everything. Use a little common sense. Okay, the tank has everybody. Time to place
yeah,
my
but
soul
the
well.
way you phrase it, well, we can just throw out soul wall at any time. I'm telling you,
No,
can't
no,
do
you
it at
play
any time.
smart. The game you have to play smart. It's like common sense, dude. If you just spam
Which
stuff,
most of the people here do not have. So if you don't explain this to people, Kaiser, then they have failed.
I think you're underestimating the community.
Rexlight.
Why'd you have to even bring that up?
Because it transferred everything.
Okay.
I
See,
think
now I've made Kaiser
nature
speak
needs
this.
more
See,
love.
I've succeeded in the impossible. I
No.
deserve a cookie.
No. What were you saying, Crappy?
I think nature needs more love. Hell with
It does.
sorcery.
Every power needs more love. We need to stop nerfing things and start improving everything else so they're equal.
Maybe they could improve Earth a little bit.
No, I think they should nerf Earth to the ground. Just make the Hardlight the only precision-based class out there.
Hardlight's still really good. I don't know. A lot of people are like, "Oh, Hardlight sucks." Hardlight's still really good. I don't know what's wrong with people.
Because their fan is broken.
It's not even really broken. It's just a little bit slower now, and everybody cries like a little baby.
Again,
Like that was the
their
main
fan
thing
is broken
of
in their
Light.
eyes. The fan is broken.
I'm just saying that definitely was not the main aspect of Hard Light in the first place.
Alright.
I actually ran one of the new Tier 5 alerts with a hard light controller the other day,
You see a lot more of those now.
and he was playing with a staff, and it did not go well.
Wait, was this the one you were telling me about?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm sorry. If you run Brothers, and at the end of the thing you've only got about 200,000 power out, you're not doing it right.
he had 292,000 power out at the
And
end.
I usually have about 800,000. A good controller will have anywhere between 6 and 9 probably.
That's why we wiped like 20 times. It was ridiculous.
And then he wants to yell at the healer.
Yeah, he
well,
was.
bad healer.
Yeah,
if
he
he
was
had
saying
power,
bad
maybe.
healer, bad healer.
Jeez, Kaiser, every time I play with you, everybody's always out of power.
What are you talking about? You know
Yep, I
damn
agree.
well that's not the case.
I'm out of
Yep,
my.
I'm always out of power.
all the time.
Yep.
No,
Hey, both the healers are agreeing we're always out of power when you're over here controlling
not at
Kaiser.
all.
Jeez,
Not at
Count's
all.
always out of power. Everybody in the
Well,
group.
counts
is.
out of
Count's
power.
the only one that's
Count's
ever out of
dumping
power.
his power.
I have to
You
run over
all-
and give you supply drops.
Don't
Oh, can
even
you trade
try.
me? Can you
You
trade me
all
some
have full
remixes?
power.
I have no remixes. I drank them all.
You see, I got that new soda plan now. I'm not doing that.
What new soda plan?
He doesn't
Come on.
have no new soda plan. He's joking around.
Okay.
He's doing his attempt at trolling again.
If I
He's
had the
not
soda
very
plan,
good
I'd be
at that.
selling. I'd be selling it for like 500 million.
Hey, Kaiser's a good troller, man. I
No, he definitely is. I never have a power issue.
yeah,
ever.
I like playing with Kaiser trolling. He's
And no,
one
I
of the
had to
top
fight
3
him.
trollers I've played with in the game.
I had to get him in the end of an alert one day.
Yeah.
I think it was Brothers maybe or something. This guy.
It was brother.
I hate to boost his freaking already enormous ego, but I mean,
No. If we're comparing egos here, I definitely don't have the biggest ego here.
well,
I
you're not a
agree.
champion
Kaiser
Duck
does have
Hunt
the biggest
player,
ego.
Kaiser. So I mean, come on.
Ninja, we need 3 separate Skype calls just to contain your ego.
Then why is there 3 separate Skype calls right now, Kaiser? See? I think your ego's bigger.
I don't think so.
Kaiser, leave the duck hunt champion alone, okay? Come on.
Yeah.
He one-upped me on duck hunt. Really?
That's pretty bad. That's really pretty bad. Very sad.
Ninja,
So anyway, let's progress this thing on to
No,
finally
see,
winning
why
the
you
egg.
move on now?
Ninja. Hey, Ninja. I'm going to need proof about your duck hunt skills. I need a YouTube video or something.
I'm sorry. I do not no longer have an NES that I can play Duck Hunt on.
All
As
right,
sad as that sounds, I broke it years ago. I wish I had one though. That'd be fun, actually. One of the few games I actually enjoyed.
I'm sorry about bringing up duck hunt on a DCUO podcast.
Oh, you're not.
What is wrong with me? Oh,
You are not sorry.
You know what we need to do?
Once you
Glenn's-
start
Glenn's probably
apologizing,
like, what the
everything
hell are you
goes
guys
awry.
talking about?
we
I
need
played
to
Alright,
Duck
get,
now we're gonna start on tanks, right? So Jay actually has to talk in this podcast.
We're not going to cover tanks
Word?
tonight.
I thought we were
Alright,
doing
then we're
fauna.
covering healers.
We're going to cover tanks next week.
I think we're
Thought we were covering some
quantum
power
loadouts.
today. Healers.
I thought Kaiser was doing his quantum loadout.
I think you just did.
That was the DPS
I thought he just did
loadout.
too.
That was the
I
DPS
figured we weren't
loadout.
anywhere near done with this thing, so let's bring out something else.
No, we need the quantum troller loadout.
I'm cutting this episode short tonight. I got to get to bed. What are you talking about?
Oh, well, we're actually having a short episode this week. Congratulations, Scout. We actually kept it under the 3-hour mark.
So, Glenn, have you even tried the new raid yet?
Nope.
Nope. I didn't think so.
Nope. Liam's got his buddies. I'm never in that little group.
And you're in the same league?
Yeah, which is why I'm trying to make my own league.
Those damn elitists.
You need to just play on
it's-
PS3 with us.
It's not elitist. It's because I left for a little bit. So you can
Ah.
replace me.
So basically, you got abandoned to the side of the road.
So, did
Kicked it in
Liam
first.
get very far, or did you not talk to him, or what?
I'm pretty sure they didn't. I don't think they beat it. So
Yeah.
I know they're trying their hardest because they tried like a Nexus the other day, but I'm pretty sure they did not beat it.
I was getting some guy sent me a tell from the old league I was in. I was only in the league for about a month, and there's always one loudmouth in every league,
Oh yeah.
This guy sent me a tell saying, oh, he saw me shouting because nobody else from the Contract Killers was on. He saw me shouting. He goes, oh, you don't have anybody to play with. He was sending me a tell. He goes, you probably went back in our league. And I was like, no, not really. He's like, oh, you sucked anyway. It didn't matter. He goes, your stats were good, but you really sucked. And I was like, well, that's your opinion. I mean, if I suck, what does that make you? Because that kid was terrible. But anyway, I told him, I said, shut up, scrub. We already beat Nexus. Shut up. He didn't send me anything back.
Nice.
That was like the end of the conversation.
That's funny.
It's like a good insult nowadays, right?
Hey, Kaiser, you want to offload some
Can't
of your
even
bits?
be-
You should get in contact with Rock Cardington. He's saying that he's selling bits on here.
Is
No.
Rock selling bits?
Yeah, not selling, but buying, I think. Something like that. I
Yeah,
don't
he's
know.
probably
I'm buying
buying,
pretty
oh,
quick.
that bastard probably got another piece. He needs to go to sleep.
Or is somebody
No, he's selling them.
is he giving away his
Sell?
stuff? I guess the other day somebody
Homie will give him 100K for a stack. See what he says.
somebody sent out a message in the trade channel saying that Super Patriot was quitting the game and he's giving away all his stuff, and I guess he got like over 100 tells of people
Yeah,
wanting his
I
stuff.
remember hearing that.
I guess he reported the guy. Is Rock
kinda-
Hardington giving away all his stuff?
I used to do that. We used to do that to each other. When you could type in the chat and make it look like you could type something and then space it out really far. And then you could write like shout and then the person's name and look like they would say something. Like I would type in my shit and then under it I would type Rock's name and I would put wanting to sell a remix plan for like $1 million or $1,000, and then I'd put please send tell after it, and he would get so many tells.
Oh my
He'd be like, you are
god.
such an asshole.
That is just wrong.
We would just be hanging out and just writing fucked up stuff in the shout box that made it look like other people were saying it. Rock always would like men, I'd put.
That is just wrong.
It's hilarious though.
I was waiting for the one day for there would be a GM on when we were just saying a bunch of retarded shit, and he's like, "Oh, well, you guys are banned."
3-day
So that
ban.
was the days before they'd ban anybody for anything.
Mm-hmm.
Rob
Missed
says,
it.
I heard Kaiser's quitting
Because
the
I
game
understand.
and giving away his stuff.
Oh no. Oh no.
Kaiser quit. What would you do if you didn't play DC Universe, Kaiser?
Oh, he'd play something else. He'd probably go back to Borderlands.
Um.
Call of Duty probably for him.
No,
Full
I
T5
played
by now.
Borderlands. I've played Call of Duty. I play a lot of RPGs. I could go back to a Final Fantasy. I could go back to a Resident Evil game. I play a lot of different games.
You wouldn't make
Like-
it. You wouldn't make it.
I'd find something.
You wouldn't make it 3 days.
You'd have to get a job.
I can't. They took our jobs. They took our jobs.
I gotta get a job. I got a job tomorrow. I'm starting. My wife is making me
Dude, the
work.
first day starting a job is the worst.
It's true.
Yeah.
No more full-time video game playing.
Oh, so your YouTube channel didn't make it big?
No, he's still on.
Oh no, I'm not giving up on my YouTube channel. I was hoping to win that Powerball last night. It didn't happen.
I need to start playing that. I'm unlucky. I can't even win a roll in DC, let alone
Yeah,
fucking-
whatever,
Oh,
Mr.
oh.
167 Blasters.
Hey, that is. I'm surprised.
The only thing I win rolls on is Focus Elements. That's it.
Oh god, I have like 4 stacks of them. I take them all. I need on every single one of them. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them, but if somebody needs one, I got one for you. That makes me feel accomplished. Like at least I did the raid or the alert and got something.
Crazy.
Yep.
I still need to do that feat in Brothers.
We all do.
Oh, the crystal? Yeah, let's talk about that for a second.
Oh, yo, I heard another thing. I was watching the Friday Night Legends. They were saying if you wear your full Kryptonite gear, like the full Kryptonian gear, you could sneak in past the guards and shit. And
Yeah,
like,
but I think that was a lie.
There's no... Seriously?
I'm gonna try it, man. I'm gonna put the tank gear on so I look funny. I have all the T3 tank gear too. I'm gonna rock that.
Who said this?
Oh,
the
during
people
Friday
on
Night
the,
Legends.
it was on Friday Night Legends. It was the what are they called? Revengener? What were they
Vengeancers or
called?
something.
Revengersers.
Yeah.
I watched it. I didn't hear anybody say that.
It was closer to the end.
Oh, okay, I might have missed. Yeah. Yeah, I think I
I'm really
watched
gonna
up
try.
in-
I'm just gonna wear it from the beginning so you don't have to switch it. See if it works. Just everyone has to go in there wearing their. I guess everybody should have a
And
set
what
of
happens?
by now.
The
I guess you
Revengersers,
can
they've
walk
got that
past
one
the
guy in the
guards
league
now.
he's a really good artist.
Toad something?
Yeah, Toad Stool
Super
or
Toad or
something.
something like that.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, I
he's
was
a-
digging that. That was good. That was talent right there. That was cool.
Yeah, he's got some cool cartoony art.
I enjoyed their Friday Night Legends. I like that
Yeah, that
they were
wasn't
doing
bad at all.
you know, PVE and PvP.
I went against them in PvP one night.
What was the outcome? That's what we're interested.
First of all, I was pugging, so
Oh, we already know the outcome then.
That's yep.
Yeah, whenever somebody says, I was pugging, that means not good.
That's why I'm glad they put the 1v or the 1v1s in here for like legends and the layer battles and stuff, so I don't have to pug as much.
True.
Yeah, pugging sucks.
Well, I hate doing it for like the 8-on-8, like the Hall of Doom arena. I hate that.
Well, normally we do it. We have like half the team already pre-set up when it's us, but otherwise than that, it's just
Speaking of 1v1, You should check, Glenn, and see if they put those deserter timers, like, or they put them penalties in game update 26. I thought they were going to do something like you get
I'm
substantial
pretty sure
penalties.
that would have been in the patch notes.
Yeah, they said it's coming. I'm wondering when they're going to do that, because that's still an issue.
So when do we think update 26 is going to hit? Tuesday?
Tuesday.
Tuesday or Thursday?
They still on Friday at Legends, didn't they? I thought they said it was dropping on.
No,
I can't remember when exactly. They said
This is
they
a-
said it was coming out though, real quick here.
yeah, it's a relatively small update. There's not much they had to test. I'm going to assume Tuesday.
I can't wait for Vilash to be a whole 0.3 seconds shorter. Woo! That's huge, man.
Can't wait to get one ring per every 3 months in the vault.
Oh, you're never going to see a ring? What are you talking about?
Oh my god, today I got an operative shoulders. I was like, no way.
Me too. I got operative something too when I was in there like a week or so ago.
Maybe it's based on the day.
I couldn't
Very well
believe it.
could be.
Yeah, it's just some styles are just so ridiculously hard to finish.
I thought I was going to complete Aeronaut and the other sets because I only needed like one piece in each, and then they moved it to PvP. I hate PvP. I don't do that shit, so there's some styles I'm never going to get.
Well, I got aeronaut and logistics done just recently, but I still haven't unlocked. I still need one. I have the style done. I still need one piece to unlock the punchline.
I'm at Punchline.
Yeah, I'm working on Punchline.
Did anyone get free replay badges?
For what?
I got yesterday in my account last night. I looked at my replay badges and somehow I got like 140 free replay badges.
No, you get
there's
them
a-
every month when your legendary renews? Or
Yeah.
something like that? Once a month you get loyalty points and
No, I didn't get loyalty. They just added replay badges. I was down to 23 replay badges, and now I got on last night for just a minute, or not last night. I got on this morning just for a minute, and I had 168 replay badges.
I'm going to have to
Okay.
check mine.
Yeah,
I
for
got
nothing.
I got 12 because they were just basically refunding me for when the loot was broken in anomalies.
I didn't, but you put in a ticket for that, right?
Yes, but it says something like they were just doing that across the board
Like a
anyway.
blanket. For some reason,
Yeah.
For some reason, they gave me like 140 free ones.
You see, the thing I can't figure out is why you're mentioning it so that they can adjust that.
Oh, geez, you're right. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, you're gonna have back down to 29
You
by
won't.
tomorrow morning.
You won't use
Better
them.
start wasting them.
Yeah, you
I
better
will
use
use
them
them.
now.
I won't. Well, I have to work tomorrow, so you're right. I won't use
They'll
them.
be gone by the time you get home.
I probably won't be able to have this podcast on iTunes until Tuesday. Then,
You could send me your replays somehow, and I'll use them for you.
sorry.
You think people would actually be selling replays in the Hall of Doom or the Watchtower if they can do that?
Well, they already tried to sell $20 PSN cards and stuff. Why
There's
not?
still somebody trying to sell a $20 PSN card up here that
I don't know why they ban you for that. Like, they're getting their money either way, and Sony's getting their money either way.
Because people are doing it as a scam a lot of the
Yeah,
time.
most of them games.
every single game will ban you for doing that. It's real world item trading, technically.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, if you're scamming people, yeah, that's shitty, because then there's no way they could give you your money back.
See, I took a risk on one MMO that I played. I took a risk and I bought gold. I used a website that delivers you gold, and you spend money and they deliver you a bunch of gold in the game. And they do have a thing where it says if we catch you, we will ban you. But it was Rift, which I don't play anymore, which is going free to play next month, by the way. So I'll
Oh, nice.
probably start playing it again. But yeah, I spent
that-
like $40 on Outworld gold, or in-game gold, real money, and it wasn't a scam. They gave me my gold.
Well,
No,
a lot of websites are like that. It's the fact that you can get banned.
Yeah.
For
It's
doing
the
it.
random people doing random shouts you can't trust.
Yeah.
Well, some guy made a video of one guy trying to scam him or something.
I've never done that before because I never really break the rules because
Yeah.
my mentality is like I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna get caught, I'm gonna get banned, and I'd rather just play the game.
Same here. I'm
Yeah,
not
me
chancing
too.
dumb shit.
Yeah, I really don't
So
want. I've been
Kaiser,
banned from
would you like
DCUO
$20
before.
PSN card?
What'd you get
What's
banned
up?
for PC for?
It wasn't my mistake. It was a broker. It was the broker had a problem that day, and I just was in the wrong place at the wrong time. They banned me for 5 days.
That's weird.
It was the thing, I think he said before, it was the thing where people were doing some duping glitch with the broker, and he had just bought exobytes. He didn't do no glitch. He just bought some exobytes off the broker, and they did a blanket ban, and somehow he got caught in it.
Yeah, anyone that had like bought anything off the broker for like a 2-hour period got blanket banned for 8 days. And then I talked to their customer service, and they made it a 5-day ban instead of an 8-day ban because they realized I didn't do anything wrong.
That's still
Work.
fucked up though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still
5
messed
days.
up.
I'd go crazy.
Yeah, 5 days I couldn't play. It was crazy.
Oh,
It
oh
was
my
right
God.
after the Gates of Tartarus came out too.
Oh yeah, I bet you were pissed then.
Yeah, I was pissed because I just used up $110 worth of replay badges to get my full tier 4 armor, and then very next day after I got my tier 4 armor, I couldn't use it anymore. For 5 days I couldn't play.
I'm gonna buy
Sucks.
some shoulders tonight. Some T5 shoulders. I need 10 more marks.
Well,
Right.
we got anything else? Any more topics
to
we want to?
replay stuff for me?
I'm not really sure. I think that's about it for this week.
I think so too.
Anyone
Let's
got the
just-
penthouse theme? That's about it.
Actually,
Yeah.
look on my YouTube
Okay.
channel.
Got the
He did one
penthouse
at
theme?
my
Yeah.
base.
I did a video on Kaiser's base.
That is one more thing I'm happy with the game update. How long has that color changer in bases been broken? That's been pissing me off for a while. I'm glad they're fixing that.
Since we got the DLC 7.
No, it was broken before DLC 7. A little bit before. But they need to fix that because that was irritating me. It's stuck on the same colors.
Yeah, everyone go to my YouTube channel. Just look at Count Shaka. You can see Kaiser's sweet penthouse base.
Nobody wants to see that.
I know.
No one really does.
Somebody
No, but-
actually thumbed it down. I got 3 thumbs up and 1 thumbs down.
That's Jay.
And-
That's Jay.
Is that
I
Jay?
will thumb it down right now just to prove that it wasn't.
Jay?
You have 2 thumbs down.
Damn it, Jay.
A thumbs down or a thumbs up or a good comment or a bad comment doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Hey, well, unless you have like too many thumbs down. Like more than
Alright,
thumbs
instead
up.
of adding some more on there than you're saying.
Oh, great.
It's not. They always hate
You know
on
what this means, Kaiser? I think we need to
What?
make another trip into the Pyro Jester house.
Go for it.
Bob Vila style.
You're gonna hack your account and move all your furniture. You just pile it up in the middle.
That would be
Hey, I've been trying to
hilarious.
convince people to actually put the move thing on so I can move their stuff around. They won't let me yet.
I always check everybody's house, like who's on my list, to see if I can move their stuff. Because if I could ever move somebody's stuff, everything would be piled up in one room in the middle. Like you'd walk in the front door and there would just be everything in your house would be right there.
You're such a griefer.
Well, you see that's what we'll just put it out there right now. To anybody that's listening right now, feel free to add contract killers or crappy heals to your base permissions, and be sure to give us the ability to enter your base and to move items.
Yeah,
Is
we'll,
contract
all
killers
we'll
one
pick
of
your
you
stuff
guys?
out.
Who's contract killers? Is that one of you guys?
That's
No,
the league.
That's
No,
our
no, I
league.
see an actual person though with that name.
No, that's
really.
one of us.
That's a league.
I see that name. It's contract killer.
Well, that's a
Ah, that-
stupid name for a
I
individual.
didn't know if they were in your league or not though, because
No.
I just seen them
No.
shouting.
Nah.
No, you could just ignore him.
Put them on the ignore list. They're scrubs.
Maybe he likes
There
you
is
guys so
another
much he made
contract
his
killer
name that.
league, but they're signed. It's different. It's
Are they
spelled
heroes?
differently, and they're copycats.
Oh, of course.
Because these guys have had contract killers since the game came out. I didn't join their scrubby league until later. I mean, I didn't join the league till later.
Nah, it smells like a skunk in here. Jesus.
Yeah, anyone that gives us permission to do that, we will give you a shout out on the next podcast.
And we will pimp your
God,
shit
if you
up.
give me permission to pile everything in your front door, I will fucking record that shit.
It's a family show, Crappy.
Hey,
Oh,
crappy. I'll give you permission. You just have to go on PC.
Crap. Sorry, I have a foul mouth. I'm like a sailor.
No, you sailors would shut away from you.
Oh, we're not PG.
A family show? I've never been on a
I'm
family
just
show.
joking. I'm gonna have to put up an explicit parental guidance explicit sign though on my stream.
You don't
Inappropriate content.
have to.
I thought that was already under inappropriate content. Our thing was labeled.
Yeah,
Dude,
but
had
when
to
I
actually
when I
click on
import it
other
over to
buttons saying This
YouTube,
site is.
I'm talking about when I
is-
import it to YouTube. Just to warn the little DCO kiddies out there.
Hey,
Like a
sometimes
little-
you
like
have
a
to
little
say
message,
the F
like-
word a few times to get your point across.
Yeah, just put a little disclaimer that this program contains the use of some language and also frequent one-ups by Ninja Smurf. Parental discretion is advised.
And stop being jealous.
You mean that
Yes,
melee
I'm
healer?
jealous of you, Mr. Duck Hunt.
Are you talking about the melee healer? Ah, leave him alone.
Well, he never figured out what was killing you.
Anyway, I think we're gonna end the show right there.
We'll leave that joke for later.
Yeah. Does anybody have anything they want to say before we get off the air and end this podcast?
Put me,
Good job
Well,
on
maybe we
Fine
should
Lash.
this podcast more than they said, maybe.
put me or Crappy on the council.
I agree with Trappy. Do not agree with Kaiser.
I second what Ninja said.
I'll screw you both.
Ice would be terrible if you were on there.
Even he's going on it about you. Wow.
Ice would be as good as Earth if you had some input.
What about you, Glenn? You have anything you want to get off your chest? Maybe tell those guys to run raids with you?
I just joined a new league.
You're kidding me.
Literally. I ran our seeds raid, and this dude was like, "You're pretty good. You should join our league." And I was like, "All right, whatever."
You're kidding me.
No,
Are you joking?
no. I'm running
You heard
souls
it
with
first,
him right now.
Liam. Liam,
Glenn,
place.
is this going to cause like drama with you and Liam?
Nah, it shouldn't.
Because we need more
Hey,
drama.
if you ain't gonna run anything with me, I'm gonna join someone else.
Because we need more drama.
Hey, now
Yeah,
next
what?
week we could have an exciting show. We could have awkward silence.
What's Liam gonna be like? I miss you, and I'm gonna be like, we can still run shit together.
Now you sound like an old couple that just broke up. Like it wasn't.
Yeah, then they're gonna
it
get
was
back
me.
together later, and then it's gonna be more drama.
He would be the one with the broken heart.
Well, hey, Glenn, maybe you can get some of the new guys in your league to listen to our show.
Possibly. It's more viewers right there.
Maybe, maybe
You
not.
should get a PS3. We'll play
I
together.
have a PS3, you nub.
Download that
He
Don't play
DC.
DC on
He
it.
just won't play DC on it.
Yeah.
No. He
That's a
said
Dragon
he
Ball
would.
Z
There's a
Budokai
condition.
machine.
There's a condition for it.
What, you have to leave?
No, he put that challenge out there.
Is there a spectator mode for that game that you're about to bring up?
Ninja
I have
can
no idea.
Ninja can beat both of you guys at it with his hands tied behind his back. So I wouldn't even
This is true.
go there, Kaiser.
I don't know. No one's beaten me in Super Smash Bros. And PlayStation.
I
also
don't.
is
I don't play
essentially
fighting
Super
games very
Smash.
often.
What are you talking about? Ninja does everything better than anyone else.
No, I
Ninja
don't.
could single-handedly win the Super Bowl from his couch in front of his TV.
Hey, you know, just because I played Madden and I won on easy
Oh, no.
mode,
You look, there he goes.
No.
There he goes.
No, I knew he couldn't resist.
There he goes again. Well, you know,
They
that's
said I
actually
put it on
true, because I
extremely
used to play
easy
Madden.
and was only using one hand when my cast broke it, when my arm broken.
Look, see?
I'm not an extreme expert at it.
He even done it with a broken arm.
Yo, do you guys, anybody know if the Fast and Furious 6 is out yet?
All right, we should we should end
It's
this.
on
Yeah,
YouTube.
I'm
The whole
ending this.
movie is on
Cat can get some
YouTube.
sleep.
It is.
You're
Isn't that
starting to
against
mention
like
bad movies.
My buddy just sent me a link. He's like, Fast and Furious 6 full movie. It's on there. 2 hours, 47 minutes.
It's Asian porn, crappy. All right.
No, it's really the movie. I'm skimming through it right now.
It's Asian porn.
I should
Dude,
put I should put the
you're
link
high
in the
as
fucking...
fuck right now. It's
No,
Asian.
man, I swear to God. I'm ready to put the link in the chat box.
Do it.
Yeah, it's
And then
gonna
everybody
be
can watch
Asian
it.
porn. Yeah,
You
you
know,
want
there
you want us to
probably is
watch
a
porn
porn-
with you?
There probably is a porn named The Fast and the Furious. Now that I think about it.
Probably.
What's scary is you're absolutely right.
I don't think there's absolutely about it. I guarantee it.
It's a guarantee.
What a way to end the show.
All right. Well, we're out.
We better go
Here's
before
here's our contact info.
we're X-rated now.
Facebook.com / the DCO project. You can send us an email at the DCO project at gmail.com. I don't know why you'd want to. Anyway.
Especially after those remarks.
I think Shock here has almost had enough of this this podcast now.
No, I like this is
Fast
going
and
to
the
be the
Furious
highlight
6
of my
is
week
the
now
fucking
that I'm
box.
back in the working.
No. Shock's on Pornhub right now looking up The Fast and the Furious. That's what it is.
AllAsianMale.com.
That's like, no.
Oh, Krabby just put the link in the Twitch. You're going to get
Oh,
us banned.
I wasn't
Really?
even lying. I swear, it's the whole
You're
movie.
going to get us banned. Okay, I'm in it right now. We're gone. All right. See you guys later. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks, Rob, for joining us in the chat channel. And we will see you next week.
Peace.
Peace.
Hey, wait, before we leave, we should actually tell them what time we're on. So people can actually start following us on Twitch.